All right. Where would people like to start today? There are many pull requests that need closing. Let's start with 1766.
Well, it passes now, right?
It does.
So that just fixes a whole bunch of annoying deprecation warnings. We should
Yes.
We're going to get a. Is that NumPy?
Yep.
1.12 or something like that?
They nearly dropped them completely for this one, but there was a bit of an outrage.
I'm good with it. David, I answered your question, I hope.
I'm ready because that was high.
Oh, okay. I find it quite annoying. Sorry, go on.
No, sorry. So then it's so that documentation thing, what it should be. I mean, that's fine. That like it should be flooring instead of ceiling.
No, there's no there's no floor or ceiling. That question should not arrive in this in that particular function. Whether you do a floor or a ceiling is the logic for that is in whatever generates the y clips and the x clips array. So the integer, you need the integer type in when you're indexing NumPy arrays now. So that int.
Yeah. But if so. So what I'm saying is that if the okay. No, because in there in the documentation says where did I read that? Oh yeah, you removed that. Okay.
Yes, I removed it because it's not even that negative ceiling didn't make any sense.
Okay.
So it's just gone.
Well, I suppose that it's the positive and negative ceiling values. So no negative as negative ceiling, right? But negative has negative value, and then it's been sailing from the negative value. I thought that was what it means.
Well, the fact that it was confusing to you was an indication that it just shouldn't be.
Okay, shouldn't be there. And then
shouldn't be there.
You just taking the lower value of the integer. Okay, cool. That's fine with me. So that needs to be backported or not?
Yes, this needs to be backported.
I will backport.
Eh?
I will backport to 0.6 then.
Yeah.
He nudged it, the swine.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. 1768.
Bingo.
Dan,
Yep.
as the last person to comment.
Yeah, I'm just pulling it up now. Oh yeah, the only thing I was just saying was just yeah, that was just like a technicality about how you describe the data, right?
Yeah, but are you happy with what I've changed it to?
I'm just looking at it now.
I love how GitHub has now this little plus symbol saying, this is what changed since you last visited us.
Oh, yeah.
I think he might be waiting on this.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, is there any reason you don't want to say one minute average? Because that's just the standard thing that all the Lyra guys say is the 1 minute average data. But I mean, that's kind of, it seems to me that's clear enough. It's no big deal.
I don't think that's clear. Resolution, if you say, I think that should be changed to average, right?
That's what I originally said, but well, yeah, I mean,
is that what they actually do? They take the average over the last minute?
Yeah, so they take the level 2 is what's actually observed, and then they generate level 3 from level 2 by averaging the level 2 data by 1 minute. So my original comment was just that level 3 as a resolution of 1 minute sounds like it's a different observing mode, but it isn't. It's purely derived from level 2. So I think it's probably better to say is the 1 minute average data derived from level 2.
Is level 2 data averaged with 1 minute resolution?
Sure, yeah, or just that, or level 3 data, which is averaged derived from level 2, or something like that. Just to be a little bit more explicit about what the data or what the level actually is. It's not an observing mode, but it's just an average.
Right, is somebody making that change then?
Yep. There we are. Try now.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you, Jack?
Yep.
Perfect.
Clear as a bell.
Yep. Merge that.
Cool. Make sure that passes. You have 3 entries to the example gallery, all of which need touching up, I think.
I hope to have another one in by the end of the week. Overplotting HEK polygons on maps. Shouldn't be too difficult.
Nice.
Colega, which one is that?
That's the the one I'm promising. Essentially.
Oh, okay. I said it was more like okay. I haven't seen
Yeah,
that one.
it's the invisible one so far.
I've a very quick general Python question, actually. Well, if I could just ask quickly, if you create two random numbers within one single list comprehension, like random one, random two for I and range n, is there any reason to think those two random numbers are related? Are related in some way, or are they actually completely independent? I'll take that as an I don't
Yeah,
know.
that you broke up quite a lot. You were saying that for me.
Oh, right. I was just saying, if you are creating random numbers in a list comprehension, the numbers independent, or are they somehow related?
Separate calls to random should generate. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's where I initially thought, and then I thought again.
I don't see why. So why not just make a random array?
Yeah, that's the better solution.
And anyway, if you're calling random, like if you're doing that in a list comprehension, then calling random twice is equivalent to calling random twice, and it doesn't matter where they go. So I mean, it won't be related. It'll still be random.
What's the random array then? Is that a NumPy thing or what?
Yeah, np dot random dot whatever distribution you want, and it'll give you a distribution of random numbers. Just look up the docs.
It's because I was creating tuples of two random numbers, which is why I was doing it that way. But I guess I could just do two arrays.
Yeah, and zip them.
Right, yeah.
Probably be faster.
Yeah, it probably would be. Right, I'll do that.
And remember, NumPy arrays have the toList function, toList method.
Do
so
they?
you can make it. Yeah. So you can change. You can very quickly change a NumPy array to a list, which is handy. List
Oh, right, I see what you mean.
In Steve's absence, he cannot defend himself. But
But you're gonna traduce
That's a leading
his
question.
reputation. Yes.
It's a leading statement.
there is
if ever
this.
heard one.
His pull request 776. He uses the plot settings dictionary in map to change the color map and the normalizer for a simple plot. And he reckons that that should be the preferred and default way of doing it. I am less convinced. Obviously, plot settings is very useful if you need to attach those changes to the map for things like map cubes or similar. But is that API really the easiest way to teach users how to do that?
What would you prefer? The norm equals colors.log norm was a
You
keyword
can,
argument?
you can already pass those keyword arguments into plot.
And can you pass arbitrary, what other ones can you set in?
Anything
All of
that
plots?
IM_show will take.
Ah. Hmm. Well, I think the way around this would be to would it be worth explaining both ways? Or would that be confusing for a gallery example? You see, the other way, you want to say the reason for doing it this way is because blah, blah, blah. And then the reason for doing it another way.
I agree in some ways. Although, I don't know. In this particular example, because he is just showing a plot, I wonder whether it is better to do it the more matplotlib-esque way, and then have a different example which talks about map cubes.
Plot settings for MapCube are span across all maps, is that correct?
You have to set them for each component map.
Oh. The other thing I would say about this example is that it's just the most boring color table possible, right?
Agreed.
It doesn't make SunPy, Matplotlib, or the Sun very interesting looking. But I don't know if that's worth commenting on.
I think that I know, I agree. I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't pick a different color map, but at the same time, this one kind of shows a point, right? Because you're also dealing with the normalizer. I just, especially bearing in mind what we were talking about with Jan the other day about making the API more complicated. This definitely seems like a case where we're making the API more complicated for minimal reward. In this particular example, that is. Silence.
I don't really have an opinion on this.
So I guess, I mean, in terms of what Stephen wanted to do, right? This satisfies that. What he wanted to demonstrate, right? Is satisfied.
I mean, it demonstrates a point, sure.
If you wanted to use the I think maybe to you could show what the other keywords for inshow are, right? Or just say like plot accepts everything keyword, everything inshow accepts. Why not say that?
It's not. It's not. My point isn't so much. Like, not telling the users about it. I mean, that's fine. My point is that when we're writing these examples, I think we have to be very careful that we people are going to just use what we put in these and not consider the alternative ways of doing it. We have to make sure that we very much put our best foot forward here.
Yeah, I agree. I would definitely just copy and paste an example if I didn't know how to use it.
Which is
was
why
doing what I wanted.
Ordering of the imports is important, and it's very important that we get the style right. Like,
All right. Yes, you've convinced me for that reason. I'm also looking at the inshow keywords are very, there's a lot of them. What happens if I put origin equals upper?
it will flip the plot around.
Will it?
Yeah. I believe any keywords you pass into plot take precedence over any defaults.
Wow. So by origin, they mean, yeah, wow, that's a. I think I'm going to try that. All right. So do you want to ask him to change it then?
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of typing.
Keep your Python pure.
Has anyone got any other comments on the examples? I should really get 0.7 out of the door. Okay, let's have a think about what things need merging that isn't. Okay, sorry, Steve, that's going. Clear milestone. Does anyone have anything other than example gallery adds to the example gallery that needs doing for 0.7? Larry's AIA prep fix. We should probably quickly discuss 1751 and come to a decision on 1751. Which is
PR 1751.
Issue 1751, which is
Issue, yeah.
what to call the unit parameter map. Or the unit parameter of map, sorry. What is currently unit?
So spatial units, spectral units, temporal units is our future. Aren't we already, we have this already with iris data, right? Or do we?
What? Well, kind of, not really.
Kind of, not really. We'll just call it spatial units then.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I mean, all the iris support we have at the moment is just extracting, it's just convert to mapcube. Does spatial units make sense to people?
Yes.
I'm happy with that.
You know, breaking API is just one thing to keep your user base sprightly.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Breaking API is just fun, guys. I mean...
Also, premature optimization, right, is the never get anything done. Spatial units. It's what the people have spoken.
Yeah, the people who showed up to the call, which I think gives them more authority.
There we go.
Run all the tests. All the tests all the time. Okay. Does anyone have any comments on 1756 apart from the ones that are there already?
$17.56.
Larry's still around. I might adopt this from Larry. Get it in. Oh, it broke.
So, yeah. So this PR returns a 4K by 4K map, right, for the AIA. Is that right?
That's the idea, yes.
Okay.
What, David? What was your issue with submaps here? David, you think you might be on, your microphone might be muted.
Oh, he's just not listening.
My volume is low. Okay. Yeah. So here I'm back. That's why all the time I've been talking, no one has said anything to me.
We've just been ignoring you.
So what I was saying is like in some comment in the pull request, it said that it should not work for submaps. It's commented out on the. It's commented on the.
Oh
code.
yeah.
So I tried that in some maps and it works. It doesn't tell me anything. And I would say that it should just not work at all. Just throw you a warning, not a warning, like an error.
Yeah.
How do we determine when it is not a submap?
Yeah, that's the problem. Like if it's the whole size of the image, could be a way. But then if we have a like an image that has been reduced, like the ones on the test, then the prep should not work either there.
True. But that's the desired behavior, isn't it?
Do we know what the
Yeah, I suppose so.
what about the coordinates? If in a submap, do you have like the extremes of the x and y coordinates are less than it should be on a full map, on a full sun image? Can you just check the maximum minimum coordinates?
Yeah, that's what the other thing.
Then raise an error if.
Yeah,
if
but the problem is like there is some images from SDO that are not centered on the sun. So and I have a link there.
Right, but
in my comment. So I don't know whether that would be. Well, first of all, I don't know whether you will want to do an AA prep on images that are not centered on the sun.
Well, what about the range? Right, it can be if it's off pointed or not centered, but the field of view will still be the same.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. So the field of view should be okay. Yeah.
Right. So can you just do a x max minus x min is less than
Sure.
whatever it is, 4K, raise an error.
Yeah, the thing is that I don't know what is the situation on the images that are off pointed, because the images, I don't know whether they are cropped out or they are given back completely. I don't know enough of SDO operations to know those edge cases, if the coordinates are the same, or if the size of the image are the same, or even if we want to reduce them or not. Well, and in any case, the prep is just a rotation and a change of scale. So
Yes, that's true, isn't it?
so I don't think well,
Let me have a look through. I'm looking through the fits keywords. There may be an indication that it's not full disk in one of the keywords.
Yes, maybe that's true, but does submap actually respect that and change it when we crop it?
and then one of the things I would suggest for a prep is to write something on the fits header as it has been prepped. That has not to do with this fix in particular, but it should be something that, like, I think, I don't know, many preps, when you save, so the header, it contains some extra history tag saying what has been done.
I agree. I think that is somewhat beyond the scope of this discussion, but I agree.
Yeah. So I'm creating an issue for that.
Even if you just did that. I mean, is it up to the user to know a bit about the data as well?
Yeah.
So you could just do that check on the field of view, and then you could even just raise a warning saying this should not be used for submaps. Are you sure you want to continue, or something like that? Or are you sure you're doing what you want to do? Then the user can say, yeah, I want to do something, or no.
So why is that we cannot run
so
into
Larry just commented suggesting that it should only work on full disk images, irrespective of actual resolution.
Why is that?
I don't know. Why does it only work on full disk images? Surely it works on all the images.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for works, it works because I tested.
Surely with this
does
PR
it mean
that
it should only be used? He's saying it should only be used on that, right? Because
well, he has made the assumption that CR pix 1 and CRP pix 2 are equal. That's because recenter equals true. Does recenter equals true break if you don't use a full disk image?
Size, well, that's what I put it there. But I was using his pull request, so I didn't check without using his pull request.
Has anyone got a level 1 SDO AIA FITS file? You still ill? You just tried downloading one on the
a level 1 FITS file, level 1 full resolution AIA FITS file is sunpy.sample.data AIA 171 roll image.
a roll image, okay. Thank you.
I have opened pull request 1777, which changes units to spatial units.
Right. There isn't a field of view keyword as far as I can tell. So I think you just go by 4K by 4K images. There are so few off-disk images that, and they're really only used for like detailed operations. They're not used in science most of the time. I think you can just look for something that, like, if it's 4K by 4K, then go ahead. Otherwise, don't. How about that?
I have absolutely no idea. I'm
Losing the will.
not so much losing the will, I just don't know enough about it to have an informed opinion.
Right, guys, I have to go. So enjoy the rest of the telephone. I'm sorry.
Cool. Cheers, Jack.
All right.
Have fun, Jack.
Yeah.
Enjoy Scotland.
Yes. Thank you. See you later.
See ya.
Bye.
All right.
Who's speaking Russian?
Oh, that's me.
Oh, very good.
Very talented. Do we have? Do you have much more to go?
No, I don't think so. Just review 1777. I should do that.
Which just changes to spatial units, right?
Yeah. The AIA prep issue needs to be sorted out. Cool. Okay then. Thank you all very much.
All right, guys.